Chris Roberts, our archaeologist, has been busy at work over the last several months in preparation for this meeting.
Yeah. After last year's investigation concluded, I did some cleanup of the deposits that came out of borehole 2. When I was actually sorting in the 60 to 90 foot section, I found something else in there as well. And what I've determined under magnification is that it's a ceramic. But this is the head scratching part. It's a little bit darker and it's more dense.
Okay.
So we have 2 different ceramics in the mesa.
Wow.
Wow.
Did you test it with any other instruments?
I did not, but I have a test we can run here on the ranch to see how they compare under a special UV light.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah.
I haven't identified the different ceramics as to a known type, so it'll be really interesting to test both ceramics to see if they're related.
This second possible ceramic is all the more reason for us to get back inside that mesa.
Yes.
But how do we get in there? How can we do this differently?
Well, so far we've done horizontal drilling.
Right.
We were only 33 feet from the top of the mesa when we hit that object. And you look at that depth, that's really achievable if we were to come from the top down. I think that the time is now to go in vertical with a much bigger diameter drill bit. We're thinking maybe around 4 feet. What is this anomaly? What's this hard substance that stopped a drill bit cold in its tracks? By going to a vertical drilling operation this year, we're going to be able to be a lot more controlled in exactly where we're drilling. In addition to that, it'll allow us to carefully examine foot by foot as we go down so we don't damage whatever it is inside of there.
Can you imagine a 4-foot diameter hole going down 30 feet? We can do a lot with that.
Yeah.
I know you're thinking how many instruments we can put down there and all the data we can collect.
So we're going to have to be bringing somebody in from outside the area, which will take 2 or 3 weeks to happen.
Well, that's exciting. I'd love to get to the bottom of what is in the mesa. So I want to make sure that we are carefully engaging the digging activity and excavation over the course of the next few weeks.
Absolutely.
But also, I think one thing I want to explore is this bubble. Why is this exotic anomaly over Skinwalker Ranch?
Yep.
Of all the strange stuff we've seen out here, the bubble has got to be one of the biggest mysteries. The only way I can describe it is it's like a massive invisible ball, almost like some kind of science fiction force field. It's got a 2,000-foot radius, and it reaches both above and below ground. Its epicenter is at the place we call the triangle, and it even covers the mesa drill site. So far, we've seen its barriers block drones and even rockets from passing through it. We've picked up possible communication signals inside of it and documented a ton of UAPs going in and out of it.
Well, I'm anxious to hear what are the immediate action items to begin this year of experiments.
I think the first place we should focus is at the center of the bubble, where we saw what we've been calling the blob.
Right.
One of the most curious spots inside the bubble is 31 feet above the triangle. That's where we captured high-speed images back in 2022 of a blob destroying a rocket mid-air. We don't know what this thing is or how it connects to the bubble. So the hope is that by concentrating on key areas like the blob, we might unravel this entire bubble mystery.
As we've been preparing for this year's activities, Eric and Travis have tasked me to erect these 2 different new towers, 30 feet high, right there in the triangle. I'm pleased to report that we're ready to erect those towers and move forward.
We're going to be able to put instruments right in the heart of that 30 or so foot spot over the center of the triangle.
That's right. I reached out to Lock Precision and asked them to design a thrust stand so we can put rocket motors upside down at the 30-foot mark that would put huge amounts of light, heat, and smoke into that spot. It might reveal the blob again, and we might be able to get a better image of it.